Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this edition of Ausdauer Financial, where we discuss financial news, bookkeeping tips, tax questions and issues, payroll, how to do it, and details about that, and we also take questions from the audience via the comment section below. In this edition, I feel there's still a lot in the news about the government packages, the lockdowns, all that jazz. And to start things off, I've been hearing a lot of chatter about different proposals in the House and where does the HEROES Act stand and things of that nature. So before we get started on all this, let's just give you a quick update. The HEROES Act is stalled in the Senate, hasn't gone anywhere, and until that's signed into law by President Trump, it's not going anywhere. It doesn't exist. All the proposals that you've been hearing about in the news have not even been taken up for vote in the House. Therefore, it's just talk. It doesn't mean anything. They don't exist yet. So, it's like talking about what am I going to do with the William lottery ticket, and I haven't even bought a ticket yet. It doesn't exist yet. Therefore, while all those great ideas and all that great chatter would be wonderful if it were real, if it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. Therefore, instead of talking about all the possibilities of what could come out of the government, I'm going to focus on what actually is on the table now. Speaking of which, that brings us back to the CARES Act, the $2.2 trillion act that brought us our first $1,200 stimulus checks. Some of the benefits, or I guess you could say benefits, of that package is that it provided a lot of vendors the opportunity to take advantage of a portion of those funds vis-a-vis if you have rent or mortgage payments. Those lenders are allowed to submit your billing for COVID payments so that instead of having to chase you down for late fees or for rent payments or what have you, that government bill provides a guaranteed payment to them. Therefore, they can give you the relief of saying, okay, you can hold off on paying, for example, your mortgage until September 1st. You'll still have to pay it, but late fees and things of that nature, I'm going to go ahead and collect that for free via the government, via the CARES Act. I've applied my paperwork to the government. I've been approved. Your account qualifies. Go ahead. You can get your balance up to date by September 1st. And I'll go ahead and just collect my fees via the CARES package I'm already set up for. Now, by saying I'm set up for, I do mean that only vendors who have actually applied and been set up on the COVID CARES Act can apply for this. Not all vendors are set up for this. For example, there are some credit cards that may be accepting that, other credit cards that may not be accepting that. It all varies depending upon the type of credit card you have, type of loans you have, etc. I know, for example, that student loans are a big one because these are largely federally subsidized. Now, they are managed by private industry, but they were one of the first things that, as soon as the CARES Act was signed into act, boom, forbearance was automatically eligible for most accounts, and that would go through the end of the year. So your payments would, instead of not just owing interest only or some kind of thing, the payments themselves were just like, no money is due till the end of the year. We're not even going to try and collect you. Not going to try and give you new billing statements or anything like that of that nature. And that was just a click of a button on your student loan accounts. I have them. A lot of people have them. Some people haven't paid off. Congratulations if you do. So these are some of the accounts here in which many vendors have been set up for and can provide those benefits. So during the government lockdowns, where a lot of people have been furloughed, up to 20 million people are out of work, having unemployment, they still have bills coming in, and these are some various areas in which they could go to their vendors and say, hey, I'm out of work, I can't afford to pay you, can we pause my billing? Now, be careful in doing that, because pausing the billing means that, sure, you don't have money to pay it now, you're not obligated to pay it now, but that will still continue to accrue when the lockdowns open up and the coronavirus pauses have been exhausted and vendors are coming to collect, you're going to have to get onto some sort of payment plan. I can't imagine you would have 3-4 months worth of billing stacked up in savings when you haven't been making money in the first place. How are you going to pay all this off with? Let's say, for example, your rent, $1,000 a month, and you haven't been able to pay for 2 or 3 months. Now you've got the next payment coming up. You're looking at a $3,000-$4,000 tab, and you haven't been making any money. So you're going to have to probably call your vendor and arrange some sort of payment plan with them to give yourself the ability to get on track with current billing, but also catch up on your past billing. A lot of vendors will do that with you. I have known very few that won't do it with you. They want to get paid. Why wouldn't they work with you? Especially if you have something on the records with them that, yeah, you're going to get paid. Make up payments at this rate per month, this many cycles, and they're seeing the payments come in. Why wouldn't they work with you? Give them a call, have a conversation. You never know what's going to happen. So those are various options for rent, mortgage, various other expenses. Now keep in mind with the student loans, because they are special types of accounts, even if you have the payments wiped out to the year, unless the student loans themselves are subsidized type loans, the unsubsidized loans will continue to accrue interest. And these are beasts of account because it's like mafia money. In a sense, these loans are so high, and even though the rates themselves are relatively low, they're still higher than anything you're getting on a mortgage, and mortgages are probably cheaper in some cases. So the rate of money that's going to accrue over the next several months is going to balloon the balance of these loans. And if you'd like to know more about how to get rid of student loans quicker, how to fast track that, how to get rid of debt in general, please feel free to leave your comment section below. I'll be happy to create videos on how to do all that. There are very simple strategies, and by simple I mean as in they're straightforward as far as actually generating the revenue to do it. Not always. I mean, you are looking at probably in some cases over $100,000, maybe even over $200,000, depending on the level or volume, number of degrees you have. And there's just no easy way of coming up with that kind of money if you're a standard blue-collar worker like myself. Having said that, I also want to illustrate that there is in this package unemployment insurance. What this provides is the ability for those with whom would not normally be eligible for unemployment benefits to actually be able to file and get them. So your freelance employees, your independent workers, your self-employment, your small business owners, independent contractors, all those individuals with whom may not be eligible for standard unemployment because they're not getting typical W-2 stubs from their employer, would be under this unemployment insurance, be eligible for unemployment benefits. Of course, this all varies by state, so check with your local state, apply for loans as necessary. The Pennsylvania Small Business Administration does have loans for people in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm familiar with that process because I'm in Pennsylvania. And so, but these are, like any SBA loans or other government agencies, they do take time to process. So get your application early, stay on top of those with whom you can. By saying that, some agencies have shut down their call centers and aren't taking calls. Others are taking calls, but have very, very long hold times. It's a process no matter what you do. However, for the benefits of this, why not try it? Go ahead and throw your hat in the ring, see what you can do. If you're in a situation where you wouldn't normally get these unemployment type benefits, give it a shot. What have you got to lose? Especially considering the fact that it's very difficult for many people, upward of 20 million, according to unemployment statistics, to be able to find work in this environment. And granted, there's a lot of people who are independent contractors, freelance, etc., that are kind of working under the table, and you know, you do what you gotta do. Taxes aside, you gotta make a living. So I encourage anybody and everybody to pursue all these options regarding pausing your payments if you can't afford them, pursuing pseudo unemployment benefits, see what you can get to help float your family aside. Because financially speaking, taking care of your family and taking care of your health, your well-being comes first and foremost. Because without that, what have you got? Okay, so I would love to hear what all of you think about what I think. Please leave your thoughts and your comments in your section below. If you have any questions, if you want to learn about anything new, please feel free to let me know about those as well. I'm always open to viewer comments, questions, concerns, anything you got in your mind. Please let me know. If you just happen to be popping across this video as you're browsing through YouTube, please hit like and subscribe. It greatly helps the channel. And until next time, have a great day.